Commanders fans, as you can see, I'm in my mom's house, so it's a different setup here. But a tough loss for the Commanders. I'm not gonna say tough loss. This was expected. So this video really doesn't have to be long, and I will finally say Happy New Year to everybody. I hope everybody has a good year. Hope everybody had a good year this past year. I want to thank everybody for rocking with me, watching the channel in 2023, and the past couple years since 2018 as well. I appreciate you guys for that. And if you are new to the channel in 2023, thank you for joining, and I hope to see you guys even more in 2024 with firings happening and just a new regime. Josh Harris, a new GM coming up, so a bright or optimistic future coming up for the Washington Commanders. So, and I said this, like, I think some good things happened with the draft for us for our draft position. The Cardinals won, they beat the Eagles, so that's always fun to see the Eagles lose and them get booed at home by their fans, with the worst classless fans in the NFL or in the world, Philly fans for sure. So it was great seeing them lose today. And then something else happened that helped us out a little bit too. I feel like us winning, of course, helped, but something else happened today. I know the Bears, they clinched the first pick of the draft with the Panthers losing. So right now, looking at it, we really have a chance to possibly be the second pick of the draft here. Excuse me, with the Cardinals beating the Eagles, them being 4-12. It's all about the strength of schedule. And the Patriots, they play the Jets next week. So I'm looking at it right now. Actually, the Patriots are second. The Cardinals are third. We're tied with the Cardinals for third. I got to look at the updated ratings. It's so weird. There's so many factors in it as far as like strength of schedule and stuff like that. Like it's so many like weird factors in it. But it is what it is. We'll just focus on the game right now. So Sam had a really good start to the game. Like Eric Bieniemy was switching up the run game. Like he was calling runs for B-Rob, had a nice screen pass to B-Rob. Like there were some good drives that Sam put together and that Eric Bieniemy called. Like the first half was promising. Well, it was 13-10 at the half, right? 13-10 at the half, and then we get in the red zone again, like a nice solid drive, and Sam throws an interception. And then the second interception was bad. He did get hit in the head, but still, like it was bad. Like Sam, he you can see where he certainly has his struggles, where he has regressed. Hears footsteps and whatnot, seeing ghost stuff like that. Almost threw another one in our own territory, but number 2 was at like Lenore. His name Lenore. He was out of bounds. So after that interception, it was just tough to come back from. Like, of course, our defense couldn't get stops. We were getting ran all over. Christian McCaffrey got injured. I feel like Christian McCaffrey could have played kind of like Jacoby Brissett. I feel like he could have played if it was like a meaningful game. Jacoby probably could have played, to be honest. Same thing with Christian McCaffrey. I feel like he could have went back in there and played if it was a meaningful game, like a competitive game. But they just went with Elijah Mitchell. They didn't really need to put him back in there. Chase Young didn't do a thing from what I saw. He was pretty quiet. I'm a Chase Young fan, so I'm not like, oh, he didn't do nothing. But yeah, he had one quarterback hit and that's it. Didn't really do much. Didn't really need to do much, but I didn't see him make any impactful plays. To be honest with you, of course, we couldn't stop the run. Oh, and Emmanuel Forbes was getting sizzled. He was getting cooked by Ayuk. Like the one touchdown pass by Brock Purdy where he ran one way, then ran the other way of the field, threw it across the field, across his body to Brandon Ayuk. That was on Emmanuel Forbes. The 38-yard pass was on Emmanuel Forbes to Brandon Ayuk to get them in our territory. That was on Emmanuel Forbes as well. Christian Holmes, prayers up to him. I hope he's okay. That was a scary situation with the concussion. He's like talking, he's like joking around with Trent Williams, and then he just collapses and falls to the ground, and he's carted off the field. On the side, he did walk off the field with assistance, and then he was carted off the field. So that was concerning. It kind of reminded me of DeMar Hamlin a little bit with that situation. So prayers up for Christian Holmes there with that situation. So I'm gonna look at my notes here and just go over some things because, of course, there's a lot to unpack and stuff like that. But basically, it was a domination. We couldn't get stops. Cody Barton and David Mayo. Oh, KJ Henry with the gritty. Down by 17. Sam Darnold almost throws an interception, but he's like, oh, I'm not going to throw it. I'm not going to throw this because KJ Henry, it was a good play by KJ Henry. Yes, it was. To read the screen. Kind of like when Sam Howell threw the interception against the Dolphins, where the one guy, he read the screen, and he kind of Sam should have did what Sam Darnold did. Not a lot of people going to do that. Like, Sam Darnold was like, oh, man, I'm going to throw an interception, so I might as well just throw it down to the ground. And he lays on the football. That was a smart play by Sam Darnold, just not to throw a pick six. So in the future, maybe that's something that Sam Howell could possibly do. in that situation that happens again, if Sam Howell gets a chance, well, he's going to start next week. There's no point in playing Jacoby next week because the season's over. And if we were going to see Jacoby, it was kind of like you want to see him play 2 games with Eric Bieniemy. Now, since the season's been over, but now it's like you might as well let Sam just finish. You might as well just let him finish and let him learn a little bit. And he's not going to learn much again with this makeshift, like Trent Scott getting false starts, Trent Scott getting penalties out there. He's your starting left tackle. He's your starting left tackle. You got who's the I don't even know who our left guard is right now with Sadiq being out. Chris Paul, I don't even know who he's in, to be honest. Nick Gates is your starting center. Wiley's your starting right tackle. So the odds are stacked against you. Eric Bieniemy, he's finally starting to call some run plays, like 3rd and 2. We actually ran the ball. Once again, it was a shotgun run, but it was like refreshing to see us run the ball a little bit here and there, like instead of just dropping back. So Sam made some good plays. The 2nd and 20 throw, that was a heck of a throw. That was a great play by him. The Terry pass, that was a great pass. That's stuff that I want to see from Sam. That's stuff that we weren't really seeing, like him getting the ball to Terry down the field. Like, and Terry caught a nice touchdown pass. Terry should have got more targets. He should have got more yards than 61 yards. Way more yards. This is a game where Terry should have really had 100 yards receiving. Like, he could have did that. Gibson had a couple good runs. I thought he played well. I thought he had a couple good runs on that drive where we were moving the ball. I think that's the drive where we ended up throwing an interception. Or where Sam ended up throwing an interception. I thought that was a darn good drive. Fall starting 3 and out. I'm getting to my notes now. Fall starting 3 and out. That was to start the game off. Sam almost throws an interception. 3rd and 9. Brock Purdy throws a pass to Brandon Ayuk. He gets the first down. Brian Robinson has a nice run, a nice screen pass catch down the field. I think that ended up with a field goal. 3rd and 2, first down run by B-Rob. Talked about that. Christian Holmes had a nice pass breakup on 3rd down. Was it Percy Butler or was it Quan Martin who took George Kittle's legs out? I love that play. Like, George Kittle went over the middle. That was a heck of a play by Quan Martin. That's what I want to see from Quan Martin. That's why they drafted Quan Martin, for plays like that. If he's flying around making plays like that, he has a chance to be a good player in this league. That was a hell of a tackle, hell of a pass breakup. Just taking George Kittle's legs out and getting a stop on that play. That was beautiful. That was beautiful by Quan Martin. Sam Howell touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin. Talked about that already. Commanders had a big stop in the red zone, holding Niners to a field goal. They did make some big stops in the red zone, holding Christian McCaffrey. They did give the pass to Deebo Samuel in the beginning of the game. That was an easy touchdown right there. 3rd quarter, Quan Martin, nice hit on George Kittle. Talked about that. Cody Barton had a face mask when he had a tackle for a loss. Like, that would have been a good stop on Christian McCaffrey on, was the 2nd or 3rd down. But it ends up being a 15-yard face mask, and they go down and they end up eventually scoring on that drive. Sam Howell, the 2nd and 20, nice pass. Talked about that. Nice runs by Antonio Gibson on the drive. False start by Trent Scott on 2nd and 5. Pass interference on Niners in the end zone. And then after that, Sam Howell throws a interception there in the red zone. It was just a backbreaker, man. It was 20-10 at that point. Could have been 20-17. Could have been a legitimate ball game. Like, they were keeping up. You know, it's just about, it's not how you start the race off, it's how you finish, obviously, and stuff like that. Like, they were competitive. The Commanders today, they were competitive in the first 3.5 quarters until the interception. It just kind of took the air out of the balloon. It just deflated the team, really. It really just did. Brock Purdy to Brandon Ayuk, the touchdown. Emmanuel Forbes loses Ayuk for the touchdown. Sam Howell throws another interception, was hit in the head. They're not going to call it. They're just not. They don't give a crap about us. They were trying to get this game over with. The game ended at 3:30? Game started at 1, ended at 3:30. I think it was like the first game at the end of the day. So the refs wanted to get out of there. The players wanted to get out of there. Everybody just wanted to go home and get out of there. That's the kind of vibes that it gave for sure. Then we go for on 4th and 9. We don't get it. The game was basically over at that point. So it is what it is on that. So my thoughts on Sam, I wouldn't mind him being a backup next year on this roster just because you have to draft a quarterback. I said this last week. I was already over or kind of on the train to draft a quarterback since the Rams game. Really before that, and people were giving me a hard time before the Rams game. I was like, you really got to consider drafting a quarterback. Like, Sam hasn't done enough to be like, oh yeah, we're just not going to draft a quarterback with a top 3 pick. Like, that's insane to me. Like, he has not done enough. He's had a solid season, like the Seahawks game, the 2 Eagles games, the Patriots game. I keep saying the same thing over and over. He's had some good games. Like, he hasn't been terrible the whole season. But right now, he's shell-shocked. He's hearing footsteps. He's having Patrick Ramsey's syndrome or whatever. Seeing ghosts, running out of the pocket too early, throwing interceptions. So you got to draft a quarterback. There's just no way on this earth that you can stick with Sam next year. There's no way with a new coach coming in, a new GM coming in. They're going to want their own guy, and they should start fresh with their own guy. They just should. It should be a marriage of everybody coming in new Everybody coming in fresh. I don't want any holdovers or anybody be like, oh, I gotta develop this guy because he was before and the other regime liked him. Like, I don't want that at all. Sorry, I'm still a little. I'm getting back to normal. But I was very congested this week. I told you guys I was under the weather, but I'm feeling a lot better for sure. All right, let me see here if there's any stats that I need to go over, anything like that. Really, anything. B-Rob 9 carries for 44 yards. I thought he had a good day on the ground, man. He had a good day. I thought he played well, and 4 catches for 32 yards. I thought he played pretty well, as well. I really like the things that I saw from Brian Robinson. Tress Way made a nice punt, and Brian Pringle made a heck of a tackle. Tress Way just ran like he shot out of a cannon. 4th and goal stop by Mayo and Cody Barton. KJ Henry did the gritty while losing by 17. Those are my last notes right there. So that's really it, guys. One more week of this, guys. One more week, and that's it. One more week of seeing Ron Rivera with his arms folded on the sideline and the press conference from Ron Rivera. I'm just so excited, man. I can't wait for it to be over. I'm so happy for him to be fired. Black Monday is going to be a holiday. January 8th is going to be a holiday. It's going to be another holiday. Ron Rivera being fired, them just cleaning house, the Marty Hurney, Martin Mayhew, the Martys, all of these guys being fired, the Commanders, all of them being gone for the most part. I'm going to be super excited. Definitely will try my best to go live as well. So it will be a holiday. It should be a lot of fun. January 8th. Mark your calendars for January 8th. And seeing the Eagles lose as well. I'm trying to see if there's any like draft tweets and stuff like that. Right now, yeah, that's about it, man. That's about it, guys. Oh, one guy just made a video. He said we had the number 2 pick. Is that? I don't know how true that is, but we have the number 2 pick. Wow, we have the 2nd pick of the draft. That's crazy. Yeah, we're about to get Caleb Williams, man. That's serious. Wow. So our strength is good. Somebody said, yeah, but we play Dallas next week, so our strength of schedule will jump, and the Pats play the Jets, so theirs will drop. We need the Pats to beat the Jets, or we pick at 3. Basically, yeah, we need the Patriots to win next week. That's just what it is. That's what we need. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. Health Commanders, peace.